Hey everybody, this is the Patzer with the Chess.com puzzle for September 24th, 2019. Let's take a look. This is a devious puzzle. I didn't solve it, and after solving it, because the solution doesn't end in mate, after solving it, I couldn't figure out how to beat black. And white is to go first here, and well, let's just step through it, and I'll share my misery with you. The first move is a trade of rooks, like that. After that happened, I didn't know what was going to happen next, and I should have, because this is the next move. And when I saw that move, I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. Because as you can see, the remaining black rooks got nowhere to go. It really, from here, obviously it's being threatened already, but from here, it can't go anywhere without being captured, basically. That's the long and the short of it. So what does it do? Well, I guess the least painful alternative for it is that check, checking the white king. The white pawn disposes of the black rook, and that's the solution to the puzzle. You get that far, you've solved the puzzle. Now, obviously, there's lots more chess to play. White has the advantage in material, um, but black's pawns are a little bit more developed. And obviously, the first thing we know that's going to happen is that black pawn is going to take that white pawn. And so now things are looking more even. And in fact, you know, black's pawns in general are more developed than white's pawns, and this is what really kept me from being able to solve or being able to checkmate black here, is that I just could not figure out how to simultaneously get one of my three pawns promoted and keep those other black pawns from getting promoted themselves. I mean, it was well, couldn't do it. So here's how the Stockfish engine does it. Let's play through this. Um, so, I tried a few times to beat black here. The first time I played, that was my first move, was advancing that pawn, but I didn't understand exactly what I had to do, and the Stockfish engine did. Now here's a sweet little move here. You know, you see the black bishop uh, pre pretending to threaten the rook here, but of course that's an idle threat, because what does white do? Well, white advances that pawn and says, "Hey, you want to take that rook? You go ahead. I'm going to promote my pawn." And of course, black's not going to do that. So instead, black, you know, keeps trying to get that pawn or its own pawn into promotion position. The white rook anticipates that, and what's nice about this particular position for white is that uh, the the bishop here, the black bishop, has got a twofold task, right? One is to protect this pawn, and of course it would like to protect it here, but if it does that, if it goes down here, for example, the rook will take it, and then of course the white pawn will finally get promoted. So black's got a bit of a is in a bit of a pickle. Here, I'm not really sure what black was thinking of with having the king go up there into the corner. I guess it was trying to get the pawn. I don't know, but finally, the pawn gets promoted. The rook's in a position to, take care of that pesky bishop, and it's all over but the crying at this point. I wasn't sure why black chose to advance the pawn here instead of advancing the king. I didn't try playing this out or I didn't try letting the Stockfish engine do it to see if results were any different. I'm guessing they're not, but here, once the king moves down, well, where can the king go? The king can't go anywhere to protect the pawn. So the pawn, it loses the pawn. And now, no surprise. And it's checkmate. So, wow, I couldn't do that. Wish I could, but I couldn't. The Stockfish engine had to do it for me. That's the puzzle. Great puzzle. Infuriating puzzle. But that was the puzzle for September 24th. This is the Patzer. Get out from behind the 8 ball, and I'll speak to you soon.